Dear students, welcome to the science class. So in the last class we completed with the topic named as changes around us. So in today's class we are going to discuss about the exercise questions which are going to come in this topic. So let us consider the first question here. So what is that question? To walk through a waterlogged area, you usually shorten the length of your dress by folding it. Can this change can be reversed? Is this change can be reversed? So see here. Nowadays it is the rainy season, so the lot amount of rain is pouring now. So while traveling from one place to the another place by walking, or while traveling from some place to the another place, or while walking in the fields, what you are going to do? You are going to fold your dress. You are going to fold your dress so that you shouldn't get wetted. Those dress shouldn't get wetted. In the same manner, while washing your hands also, you are going to fold this dress. Right? You are going to fold the sleeves of this dress. What will happen? The dress will become shortened, and the length and the size and shape of that dress is going to become shortened. So what will happen after washing your hands? Or after coming from that waterlogged area, what you are going to do? You are going to unfold your dress again. You are going to unfold the dress again. So that when you check your dress after the unfolding, is the dress which are present earlier is going to it is going to come, or the dress is become shortened there? No, it is going to give the original size and shape of the dress only. So this change is reversible. Right, if I fold it and if I unfold it, I am going to get the same size, same shape and same structure of the dress only. So that dress when folded, it is going to change. When it is unfolded, it is also going to change. But after unfolding, we are going to get the same dress only. For that reason, this change is reversible change. So it can be reversed. So after the unfolding, we are going to get the same dress only. Now let us consider the second question. You accidentally dropped your favorite toy and broke it. So this change you did not want. To happen. So can this change be reversed? So what you are going to do? You accidentally drop your favorite toy and broke it. The toy is broken. So this change you did not want. Since it's your favorite toy, you did not want that change. So that change is happened now. So this change you did not want, but this change is happened. So this change can be reversed. Is it possible to reverse that change? Now you accidentally drop your favorite tie, and then after the dropping that favorite tie, your favorite tie is going to break down. It's going to break into the pieces. Now is it possible that those pieces are reconstructed to a toy again? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. So this change can be categorized into the non-reversible changes. It can be categorized into the non-reversible changes, since we can't make the original toy by using the pieces of that toy. So it is not possible. So the second answer for this question is what? It is non-reversible change. So it is not possible to reconstruct the toy by using those equipments. It is possible that reconstruct the toy by using the different equipment, but by using the pieces of that broken pieces of those toy, it is not possible to reconstruct that toy again. So let's consider the question number 4. Third question I am going to discuss at the last, since it's a table, so I have to write everything about the table. So I am going to discuss that third question at the last. So next consider the question number 4 here. A drawing sheet of changes when you draw a picture on it. Can you reverse the change? You are given a drawing sheet. In that drawing sheet, you are going to draw some pictures of some beautiful places. So then, it can be reversed. Is it possible to reverse that change? So on the drawing sheet, this is a drawing sheet. On the drawing sheet, I am going to draw some pictures. Like this, I am going to draw the picture of the heart shape. Right? Is it possible there? Yes, here there is changes occurred in the drawing sheet. Right? Since at first there is no picture, but at the second time there is a picture is coming, so that this changes occur. So is it possible to reverse this change? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible if you draw the picture by a pencil. If you draw a picture by the pencil, when you erase it, it is going to go and we are going to get the same sheet of the paper. So it is possible to reverse the change if the picture is drawn by a pencil. Now if you draw the picture by a pen or picture by a sketch or pen, so is it possible to regain the same shape or same sheet of paper? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. It is not possible to erase the drawing if the drawing is done by the pen or a sketch pen. So it is not possible. If that picture is drawn by the pencil, it is possible to reverse that change. It is possible to regain the same sheet of paper. So we can say that if the picture is drawn by the pencil, then that change can be reversed. If the picture is drawn by the pen or pencil, pen or sketch, then it is not possible to regain the same sheet of paper and it is not possible to reverse that change. So the fourth answer is that if the drawing is done by the pencil, it can be reversed. If the drawing is done by the pen or sketch pen, it is not possible to reverse that change. So this is about the fourth question. Now fifth question. Give the examples to explain the difference between the changes that can or cannot be reversed. Give the examples to explain the difference between the change that can or cannot be reversed. So if you remember the examples of the balloon, if you remember the examples of the sheet of the paper. So first take the example of the sheet of the paper. So we are going to make an aeroplane by using the sheet of the paper by folding it. When you fold it, we are going to make a shape of the aeroplane. So when you unfold that aeroplane, as we are going to get the same sheet of the paper. So that change is known as reversible change. That change is known as reversible change. So here what we are seeing here, if we are regaining the original shape, size and quantity of the paper or that substance or of that object, we can say that change is nothing but it is a reversible change. In the same way, if we take a second example of the balloon, we are going to inflate the air in the balloon so that balloon becomes bigger. So when you remove the air from that balloon becomes smaller. Again, it is going to regain its original shape and size. So that change is also what? That change is also reversible change. Now what happens while inflating the air into that balloon? If we inflate more amount of the air in that balloon is going to burst. Right? That balloon is going to burst out. If the balloon is going to burst out, it is getting damaged. So that we are not going to get the original shape, size of that balloon if the balloon is busted, if it is damaged. So that change is non-reversible change. It is that change can't be reversed. So that can be given as the answer. Right, in the same manner, before cooking, or we take the before cooking. Now we are going to make the atta. So we are going to use the atta for the cooking. So if you make the ball from that atta, it is possible. That is nothing but duff. That duff can be converted into the ball. So that ball is again going to convert it into the duff. So it is possible. So that we can say that it is a reversible change. If that duff is made in the shape of the ball, then that ball is going to be made in the shape of the chapatis. Those chapatis are cooked, then it is not possible to reverse that change. We are not going to get the duff again. So it is a non-reversible change. Like that, you have to give 2 or 3 examples and you have to make the difference between the reversible and non-reversible change. In the same way, if you take the sheet of paper only, if I give the fire to the sheet of paper, that sheet of paper is going to become ash. So is it possible to regain the sheet of the paper by the ash? No, it is not possible. So it is also a non-reversible change. Like that, you have to give the example as well as you have to explain that thing. So that is the answer for the question number 5. Now let us consider the question number 6 now. A thick coating of paste of plaster of Paris (POP) is applied over the bandage on a fractured bone. It becomes hard on drying to keep the fractured bone immobilized. Can the change in the POP is reversed? So if you remember, when the bone is broken or the bone is become fractured, they are going to do the bandaging on that fractured bone. How they are going to do the bandaging on the fractured bone? They are going to use some bandage. They are going to bandage their fractured bone, and on that thing they are going to use the POP, that is nothing but plaster of Paris. This will be in the powder form. So they are going to make the water in that powder form, and they are going to make it a solution, not a solution, semi-solid form. Right. So that same semi-solid form is going to apply on the bandage, and again they are going to apply the bandage on that applied POP. So what will happen? That POP is going to dry. When it dries, it becomes hard substance, very hard substance. Now it becomes like concrete. The concrete, when building have to build, they are going to use the cement, so it becomes concrete. When the concrete dries, it becomes very hard substance. In the same manner, that POP is also going to become very hard substance when it's applied on the fractured bone. So we know that it's become a hard substance. So that whatever the hard substance which is coming, why it is making the hard substance? So that whatever the fractured bone is present inside our body, it shouldn't be mobilized. So it shouldn't move. Now if the bone is fractured, so we have to connect that bone. We have to connect that bone like this. So if the bone is mobilized, that is nothing. But if the bone is continuously in motion, what will happen? The fracture is not going to cure. Right. So for that reason, for the immobilization, they are using the POP, that is nothing but plaster of Paris. So what will happen? The dried POP can be reversed to the POP again. We are going to get the powder again. No, it is not possible. Since it is a chemical change, it is not possible to regain the POP. Now whatever the dried substance is there, it is going to waste. It will become a waste only. So it is not possible to regain the POP from that dried substance. So this change is what? This change is a non-reversible change. This change is what? It is a non-reversible change. So it is not possible to regain the POP from that bandage in the powder form. So that it is a non-reversible change. Now let us consider the question number 7 here. A bag of cement lying in the open gets wet due to the rain during the night. The next day, sun shines brightly. Do you think that the changes which have occurred in the cement could be reversed? Cement could be reversed. So see here, a sack of the cement is lying on the ground in the open space. At the night time, it is going to rain, so that cement is going to mix with the water. At the next day, sun is going to shine brightly, so that the water and that cement is going to mix perfectly, and they are going to become harder substance. They are going to become harder substance. So that change can be reversed. Is it possible to reverse that change? I am going to give a sack of the cement. In that sack of the cement, I am going to put water. I will ask you to regain the cement, reconstruct the cement which is present earlier. So is it possible to regain the cement which is present earlier? No, it is not possible. Why it is not possible? Since cement is completely mixing with the water and it is becoming solid substance, and it is becoming hard substance, that hard substance, it is not possible to regain the cement. For that reason, this example, this thing is a non-reversible change. Mixing of the cement with the water is a non-reversible change. So we can say it as category as non-reversible change. Non-reversible change. So this is the answer for the 7th question. Now let us consider the question number 3 here. So in the question number 3 they are given some changes are listed in the following table. For each change, write in the blank column whether the change can be reversed or not. So they are given the 3 columns. In the first column they are given serial numbers. In the second column they are given the changes. In the third column they are given those changes can be reversed or not. We have to tell them. So let us take the first here. The solving of the piece of the wood, is it reversible or non-reversible? Is it possible to reverse that solving of the wood? So we are going to cut the wood into some pieces. Is it possible that we are going to get the same wood by the mixing of those pieces? No, it is not possible. So this changes can be reversed? No, it can't be reversed. So let us second question here. The melting of the ice candy. The melting of the ice candy. So this change can be reversed. Is it possible that the change which is occurring here can be reversed? Now if you take the ice candy and you are going to take it in a container. So if you put that ice candy which is melted on into a fridge or into a refrigerator, what will happen? Whatever the ice candy which is melted into liquid form, again going to regain its solid form. Again it is going to become a ice candy only. So that whatever the ice candy which is melted now, we are again getting the ice candy. So that this change is what? This change is a reversible change. So the second is nothing but the melting of the ice candy is nothing but what? It is a reversible change. It can be reversed. So the answer here is yes. So next, let's take the third one. Dissolving sugar in the heater. Sorry, dissolving sugar in the water. Dissolving sugar in the water. Is it a reversible change or is it a non-reversible change? So when we add the sugar into water, it's completely dissolving in the water, so that it is going to give a solution. So is it possible that we are going to separate the sugar from the water which is present in that mixture? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. If you remember the separation techniques, the class of the separation techniques, where we are going to separate the completely dissolved substance by heating. What will happen when you heat it? The water is going to get evaporated. Whatever the mixture which is present, that nothing but sugar, is going to keep in the container only. So the water, by the evaporation, water is going to get evaporated, and it is going to give the vapors of the water. So those vapors of the water, again by the condensation, are going to get, we are going to get those gaseous particles of the water, that is nothing but water vapors, again coming into the water form. So again we are regaining the water as well as we are regaining the sugar. So that we can say that mixing or dissolving of the sugar in water is a reversible change. It is a reversible change. So the answer here is what? It is yes. Right. The same, and take the example of the fourth question here. The cooking of the food. The cooking of the food. Take an example of cooking of the vegetable curry, or take the example of the boiled egg only. So we are going to cook that boiled egg. So what will happen? The raw egg is cooking into the boiled egg. Is it possible that we are going to get again the raw egg from that boiled egg after the cooking? So it is not possible. In the same way, if we cook the food, whatever the vegetables, whatever the spices we are going to use, after the cooking, is it possible to regain that spices as well as those vegetables? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. So we can say that cooking of the food is a non-reversible change. So here it is, the answer will be no. So it is not possible to regain the same vegetables, same spices from after the cooking. So it is a non-reversible change. Now next, the ripening of the mango. The ripening of the mango. See here, we have unripened mango. After some time, that mango is going to become ripe one. They are going to become a sweeter one, tastier one. So is it possible that we are going to convert that ripened mango into the unripened mango? Is it possible? Is it possible to regain the original mango from the ripened mango? Is it possible? So it is not possible. So that we can say that it is an irreversible change. It is an irreversible change. So here also the answer will be no. The ripening of the mango is an irreversible change. Now last one. Souring of the milk. So we have already discussed about what is souring. So souring of the milk is nothing but we are going to separate we are going to heat the milk so that we can separate the cream something from the milk. So is it possible that from those things we are going to make again the milk? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. For that reason, souring of the milk is also an example for irreversible change. So it can't be reversed. So this is about the question number 3, and that we have discussed about the 6 questions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So here your chapter is completed. That is nothing but changes around us. Chapter is completed, and as well as the exercise of that chapter is also completed. I hope everything is clear about this chapter. So in the next class we are going to start with the new chapter. Up to that point, thank you. Take care. Stay well. Stay well.